We write sometimes in spite of ourselves, knowing this nonsense world has no time to dwell on our flocks and jets and mines. Today that we're work-blind and crippled in every distinction, our systems cruelly maimed to imperfection, limbs removed by aliens, altered then reconnected. Now they deserve only to lie in hospital trolleys, these once honest attachments, reduced to promised worries. And only a furnace will do, and later into that we'll pour our bludgeoned minds to. We the feather girls, half barbed, half flighty, half hollow, half streamlined, half deadly. A smattering of half-hatched halflings, clutching at scraps of underling bird frames to find freedom in secret places. The sky, the turrets of majestic buildings here, blue sticks to our barbs like residual art, whilst behind us the air turns ink black. We the feather girls, miserly in our stolen glory, mixing our metaphors on the telegraph wires of our flighty imaginations, cackling, crippled, tripped out half-wits, barbs dangerously dipped and poised and dripped. Sometimes loneliness and solitude aren't two halves but the perfect whole. The glass half gone, the glass half full, depends on where our passions fall. And when the glass is empty, is that not a perfect place to be pure potentiality in the embrace of opportunity? This life was always a story, so many pages to fill, some time to honor the journey. Emptiness must teach us it's part of the thrill. Welcome to Anabelle's Adventures, where creativity triumphs in the face of challenge, where loneliness finds its solitude to return its world to internal balance. Welcome to Anabelle's Adventures, where imagination flutters rebellious wings, dastardly deeds, unimaginable secrets immaculately captured in Anabelle dreams. Welcome to Anabelle's Adventures, where words are a compass and don't give a toss about taboo, where you can be extravagant, wild, or inventive, and no one can tell you what to say or to do. Welcome to Anabelle's Adventures, a place to expand the magic of mind, watch inhibitions dissolve through dark nights of the soul. An ancient traitor perpetrator sentence to sentence after sentence after sentence after sentence, until they become indistinguishable from all the other elements of Anabelle's adventurousness. Welcome to Anabelle's Adventures, a story of words and a story of worlds, a story that burns and it churns in whimsical whirlwinds and cathartic expulsions, riding the waves of Buddha seas, turbulent emotions. Welcome to a story where the story is that you can be anything in your imagination, and imagination's always free. It isn't for me to step in the sea. But the moon was reflected as pebbles and lazy white ripples. So Mimi couldn't help but be tempted to slip off her nightrobe and carefully lower herself into its water. The sea felt like ice as it rose up her legs. It caused her to gasp as it seeped in her bones. Sent a thrill up her spine as it swallowed her arms. Stole all of her breath, then inhaled her whole. The sea isn't for me, Mimi promised. But the moon was a saucer of milk and she was its cat. And so deliciously cocooned within a velvet liquid-spilled moon, she could no more escape from its charms and hide from all the heartbroken dreams that poor little Mimi had had. Hold me, she pleaded. I want to feel. But the sea preferred play to soothing her troubles, and not caring that Mimi was frail as a flower, out of nowhere came a magnificent surge of mighty sea power. And poor little, tragic little, moon-bathing Mimi found herself rudely exhaled, back to the shore and out of the sea. There's a blackbird in my bathroom. There's a blackbird in my sink. He's a silver tongue that's wagging through an orange blackbird beak. His legs are all akimbo, his breasts a bulge and plume. His rattle is a cross between a blackbird and an MG42. He's got no rhythm, rhyme or reason, a wild addition to my bathroom. He's erratic and he's frantic with his flamboyant antics. Cocksure, cockeyed, cocktailed, cockfighting with his double, a musketeer, a buccaneer, and berating menace of a filibuster in my mirror. Oh, I'd like to catch that blackbird, but his wings are on a scuff. He's vociferous in his madness, a hell of a hullabaloo of fuss. He's a wayward rogue, a pirate, with sails all black to roam the sea. Thinks he's some shipmate's parrot, but he's still a blackbird to me. And so I bid him well as he veers towards the tide. Release the latch, let go, man, the blackbird's on the fly. Release the latch, let go, the blackbird's on the fly. Release the latch, let go, the blackbird's on the fly.
Finally, I heard from someone you're still pretty. Went on to sing and heard again. Had some eloquent graffiti like we'll meet again. Screw the man. My mother not to worry. Angels with their parade and she's always done in such a hurry. So please remember me and Halloween, making fools of all the neighbors. Our faces is painted white by midnight. We've forgotten one another, and when the morning came, I was ashamed. Only now it seems so silly. Please left the world, and then returned. Now you're lit up by the city. Please remember me, stay with me. In the tower of the window, calm as it lies, pushed to wide. The empty rolling happy hour gleam and resonate just like it is around the holy kingdom. Words like lost and found, don't look out. Someone save temptation. Remember me, is it a dream? We had as drunken babies and down the fallen trees and fast asleep beside the lions and ladies that called you what you like and even might give a gift for your behavior. Chance to see attributes, swing as high as any city. Please remember me, my misery. How it lost me all I wanted. These dogs love the rain, chasing train, circles round the bottom, circles round the world, and where it's light, on the wall behind St. Peter's, so bright, on cinder gray, in spring pain, who the hell can see forever? Please remember me, sounding me, in the crowd behind the counter, hold my hand between your knees, turn to me, said the trapeze act was wonderful, now but meant to last, the kind of last, told me just come up with under, when filled with dogs, the parking lot had an element of danger, so please remember me, finally. And now you're pouring, my dear. But if I make the pearly gates, I'll do my best to make a drawing of God and Lucifer, a boy and girl. An angel kissed a sinner, a monkey
Everything here is pure imagination. Imagine that. So come. Bring open heart, not closed off head. There are no secrets here. Only the fantastical flaunted in playfulness, in deadly sin and wayward lust. Your picture. An inanimate still, kicking up thrills from upon the sill of my bathroom window. I wonder what lurks behind those filthy eyes, what dark thoughts I can make sully the inside of your paperback mind. Soaked in submersion, carnal purification, I lie back and I fantasize. I fantasize. I know you're in there. I've seen you glance more than once. You peek when I'm in the shower. You watch me take my clothes off. Your penciled features hold more intrigue than one might have believed from a picture that sits on a bathroom window. But I see. I made you a paper I stole from your office. You have your own signature. I inked you a blood transfused from the slits that I grooved between toes, big and little. And I bled each line, each scuff, each curve, and each crinkle, and it's still not enough, though for now it'll do. An inadequate but fairly articulate, symbolically picture-perfect version of you. I used to surround you with candles that I blew out each night, but that never sat right. Your eyes gleamed like ink pots, reminding me of tempers lost and at what cost, and so I stopped. Besides, it doesn't do to deify someone who I'd much prefer to be keeping my eye on. Omniscience. Omnipotence, your presence on paper as I sink deeper into too deep water might not be physically evident, but it's still no less significant. However, no candles for now, which in a certain light gives you a placid candle, which I'll admit I hardly find that I prefer. Darkness is best. Imagination. Watching old film reels in my head of you getting undressed to the thunder-pound cries of Beethoven's greatest symphonic diatribes. I hope you're impressed. Catching me red-handed sinking into hot water to places where I really oughtn't go, but this is on you. Felt-tipped hands crisscross my ink-blotched mind as my mouth brushes in waves against foam that pushes me deeper, deeper, deeper down in laps of soaking, racing, pulsing chokes. I only hope you appreciate just how much I bubble wrap moan. Tomorrow, I think I'll light the candles again and place flowers in the cast iron power of your auric-filled channeling. You are the one that makes my heart sing, the reflection I wish to see within the steamed-up mirror of my steamed-up bathroom, the one I wish to plunder and pluck. I wish in the very bottom of my mind and my soul and my throbbing heart, the more than just a picture, an inanimate still, kicking up thrills from upon the sill of my bathroom window. My raven flew away again. We barely had time to begin. I miss him. It might have been he'd shone a light and I was taken in by it, but when his croak came to his bite, I found that light was nothing more than a thin sheen upon a gaping hole. Still, if true's the story's to be told, then how I wish I had not found cause to be so bold to hurt him. He was great, and he was dirt, rich, raw, and vibrant, just like my earth. And when his words carved out my heart and set it free, I thought I heard his own soul bleed, believed his every movement keen to read the pain I wear upon my sleeve. But once his dancing words were done, once he'd lightened, brightened, preened my feathers, streamlined, tightened, was it me who cast him off? Or did he set just like the sun to cast a shadow on my earth, where once his playful light had shone? It hurts drifting. It was never something I had planned to do. I need soothing. Not this never-ending fairground ride of loneliness that I am forced to battle through. Yet the truth, it wasn't love I'd come to expect, but spark and depth, mutual respect, a fondness laid with loving kindness and laced with the strength of a now lost promise. There is no sorry that can bring him back. I know. Our ships had sailed around and met long before our soured words were spent, yet I wonder if he ever knew quite how much that light had filled that hole, and if I had not felt so much like I'd been taken for a fool, the depths to which our mismatched friendship might have grown. And I like to think, no matter where he flies, what distance played in space or rhyme, that hole will always remain a shrine to him. And so when the hour comes, the drums for our conjoined passions can meet their reawakening. He is free to fill it up again. But thanks of thanks. And the longer he untethers me as he steps back to nurse the wounds that prize the cracks to strip the bond that broke our pact, the question will remain unsung. Was it me who cast him off, or did he set just like the sun, stealing secrets that I'll confess in moments' weakness I might have whispered? And am I free, therefore, to scavenge any feathers that he might have shed, to pick at all the little pieces that my raven might have left? Or is my rage best kept contained in honor of all those precious moments gifted, all those treasured memories gained? What fool am I to think he even cared? The writings on the wall. I was a conquest fair and square, of which my flighty raven just got bored. Close your eyes. For the time has come for you to be carried upon the sound of the gong, or the chimes, or the sweet singing bowls that swallow your holes in the depths that dissolve a troublesome mind. And when you awaken, only when you awake, to 3 more strokes of the gong, take a moment to reflect upon a word, a symbol, a quote, sentence, or riddle. Then carefully take your pen and inscribe this on your pebble. Then carry your pebble down to the stage, place it upside down in our box, and do not tell a single soul, whatever beguiles they heap on you, their secret that your pebble was. For a pocketful poem we promised to make, a pocketful poem of clandestine dreams, love, lost, joy, sorrow, regret, surreptitiously kept, will create and curate to a story. Then take your pebbles away to be washed in the sea, your secrets all swept to their own secret journey. On my lips, bad, fast, symbolic of a warrior, by the drum. Get ready to babble to see what this wanna be. My shadow should be the shadow of sharification, should have shall consume myself with expectation when the president of detonation, babble, boom, babble, boom, babble, babble, babble. By the power of the drum, by the power of the drum. I wanna be the power of the drum. I'll not be the one who went easy. Yabba-dabba-bee. So not feline roots, femininity. I'll not be the one who forgave. Yabba-dabba-boom-bap. So the malleable string of a smooth violin or the sweet resonator and embodiment of the pains. I'll not be manipulated to perform. Some grace of punctuation, trombone or French horn, or well-regulated mechanism of piano's tempered keyboard action. Instead, I'm gonna power the drum, the power of the drum, the power of the drum, the power of the drum. I will not shun the power of the drum. Rhythmic, percussive, rebellious revolutions, capable of committing atrocities and firing up furies to virgin sacrificial duties. The power of the drum is a persuasive one. The power of the drum ignites hypnosis. The power of the drum awakens correlation and animalistic proportions, seduces kings, produces orphans. The power of the drum is erotic overtones. But more than all of those will overthrow those who abuse their position and assume immunity because of false belief in untouchability. The power of the drum cannot be ignored. Will ignite your cells, will pour through your pores. It's never meant to appease, but instead cause feet to beat insurgency. The power of the drum is unforgiving and repentant, does not wait to catch its breath, but only in anticipation of what comes next. The power of the drum is as honest as they come. The power of the drum is born of lies and born of weakness, the most powerful force in the entire universe. Where will is withered, it will uproot, and I for one will not sit still, nor will I be forced to become mute. Rapid the effects of injustice. I'll be feet, I'll be fingers, I'll be bone, I'll be skin, I'll strip my body bare of everything until they hear the whole world stamping, singing glorious unification against oppression, against the warlords, against all the dead beats determined to destroy this world. I will beat. 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 a song or write you a letter. Try and put these feelings into form, into words, because there's something important that needs to be heard, and it's stuck there in my throat. A sweet, suffocating choke that I want to extract, but I can't seem to dig down far enough to reach inside and put it out. And each time we meet in a street, wave, greet, or in some other way communicate, pretext, subtext, I'm never really quite sure what to expect. I could just blurt, get us both hurt. Probably me, after all, I do seem to have that befuddling at these things, and perhaps I'm just needy, craving connection, far too much, that's me, greedy, often confused. Ending up bluffed, stuffed, bogged down, feeling blue, but then there's you. And then there's me. Sorry. And then there's something in between that I can't help but find intriguing. And because I'm a sucker for that kind of thing, makes it hard to reject the prospect of making us my very next project. You, the one I've set my sights upon to fetch. But I'm a predatory beast. I get my kicks from deceit. I'm a rabid devourer, devoid of careful, considered or cautious behaviour, a hunter, a gatherer, an ardent obsessor, keen to detect and collect, desecrate and dissect anything catching my eye of a mysterious nature. And you're just a puzzle, a maze, a whole bunch of trouble, you are a craze. How I need to probe deeper to hurl you to my heap of extracted and captured and slaughtered disaster. So if you can run, I suggest you run. Fast as a bitch, name my centre, also my seed of an expert in suppressing impatience, using frustration to build to that heavy right moment of pip, at least when the gun will be prime, when the stars will correctly align. It'll be a self-sacrificial right in magnanimous proportions, signed, sealed, and deliverable, a militant position of a military execution. I want to be your cloud. I want to be your lonely. I want to be the box that locks you up and throws away the code and key. And what you bleed, I'll make my feed. For you're my muse, you're my drive, you're my fix, you're my ride, you're my insult solution, the soul crush of my soul-crushing conclusion. My bespoke mismatch, my broken contract to stop me. Put a gun to my head. Better that than to shoot dead the pleasure derived from just occasionally being together side by side, by side, by side. And if you won't do that, then I beg of you, hide!
all of those you should have met, all of those you'll not forget. See your eyes and kiss your lips, would touch you with my fingertips, wander out to hear the lark, go to parties in the park.
We last met long ago in a sad, lonely day. You said you just lost the best friend you'd ever had. I said I lost my way. And your eyes were like toffee and your hands were firm and strong. And my hands felt like butter melting as you held them and whispered, sweet nothings, sweet nothings. And I took each and every word of them and carved our future into stone. We danced upon our moonlit joy that night. We threw our pasts into the sea, convinced ourselves not to believe the skins we shed still trailed and bled behind a shadow ghost that both of us needed too much not to see. You called me sun and moon and stars. I sparked up. I lit the pyre inside your eyes. Of Venus to your splendid Mars, your Vulcan to my Aphrodite. And when we stumbled on a box, torn, battered in the breeze, you laughed and picked its contents up, a latent fingerprint examining of relics from a long lost scene. And as you did, a moment passed when both of us felt the presence of one whose dreams might have been but could not last. You placed a pork pie hat upon my head. I pulled it off and ran away, then stopped and turned. Well, you have my fact. And so through smoke rings and all that box of musty clothes and things, we both collapsed. A pair of mismatched conjoined twins in fancy dress, both pretending we're one again, both pretending we could sew and patch our dreams into a different end. Then I woke up. I was alone, uncertain if you'd ever been. A tatty box of old clothes and keepsakes in my arms, your best hat crushed between the pillow seams. And when I went to call your name, I found my lips were sewn together, my tongue buttoned like your sheepskin coat, my teeth strapped in faded strips of shredded leather. We last met long ago on a sad, lonely day. You said you'd just lost the best friend you'd ever had. And I wept. And I said I'd lost my way.
but since it fell into my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night, and joy be with you. Of all the money I ever had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, it was to none but thee. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night, and joy be with you.
You said I was a natural hazard, my tongue a hypodermic needle inserted beneath your skin in searing shots of hard-buttered poison, dispersed in the iron of your blood in floods, in floods, in floods, in floods, in vitally venomous nervous system paralysis. You, my victim, meet a climatic ascent of your dreams, your perfection, a burst of what it means to feel my sting beneath your skin in anaphylaxis. You said I was a natural hazard, then you gave me a red mouth to kiss. A lot of you were so seductive. I think I lost my halo. Thought you my perfect drug hit. But now I'm dying. I should have seen it coming. After all I have been here before, just did not heed your warning. Seems that I'm just too predictable. I should have been more wary, less inclined to dreams in different context. If I'd had your history laid out before me, I might have known what to expect. But I thought I was invincible, had everything within my grasp. You said life's not for long, but it's for us. Then told me your destructiveness. You told me your destructiveness. I remember that you told me though, said you'd never let yourself stoop so low. Oh, I'm just being honest. If there's any hope for us, I hope to God you know this. And there must be a solution then. Too many dead, too many broken. I feel my heart's too small alone, but if it is, I'll crack it open. If it is, I'll crack it open. I see your light is fading now. Why would you turn this warm life out? Would you remember me when I am gone? Or was I just another life for you to feed on? Just another life for you to feed on. They pounded the ground and the dark as death mounts, the house as wild as a storm-nettled sea, and the air was bare, all soft and all kind and all comforting sound. Not a breath, not a beat, not a prayer, not a whistle against a hoop, how many grind and a whip, thwack on a bristle. As down he went, and I had my steed full hardy and young, and half craved and naive, waited and waited to join their stampede. It wasn't as strange as they swept down that hill. I toyed with the unbridled before, and deep down inside I desired nothing more than to toy with them again still. I envied their freedom, free range of their rage. It was the unbridled starkness of their wild galloping passion I craved. And perhaps I thought I was immortal. And perhaps I thought that I did deserve more, but as I ready steadied steed for battle, stirrups prime, stirrups mounted high, as I looked to my steed and howled the howl of the bloodthirsty cry, I did not expect to find that my actions would prove to be fatal. Oh, do not look me in the eye. Do not tell me what a fool I've been. Do not think that each time I gallop by and by, do not think of all the fates I threw away, of all the future's loss that might have been. But who here would not indulge the urge, if chance were given, to shrug off the heathen weight that is a saddle-laden bridle constrained to time and space that seeks to pull us down and mar our dreams, combined with the taint of the crowds, who would prefer to see us dressed in rags and steeped in sequined robes and markers as those who chose to clothe ourselves in unbridled freedom. Who here, I ask? For though as a ghost I am now cursed to roam the quiet ways to a clay sepia streets, where once I played and many times I might have wept, but now I find I only grieve. I cannot regret that for just one moment in the hands of time's almighty clock I pounded the ground in my darkest death mountain. It was my house that were wild as a storm-nettled sea, and though I was such bearable, soft and all kind and all comfort and care, and though I paid the price, and though yet I should have thought twice, but come now, for the truth is but darker where the truth bears no light. And when I fell at the feet of my youthful conceit, when I shrugged up the saddle and bridle of expectancy's weight, when I eyed for an eye, when I blazed for a blaze, full of arrogant demand for dues to be given and debts to be paid, with power, passion, my purpose, I paid in my path, but cruel in the midst of a spilling of blood, that would lead to my final tick-tock of the clock on eternity's stage. There were never true words to be spoken, nor a true confession here that could be made, so here it is, my secret. When I bridled my rage, no matter what consequences were paid, guess what? I loved it. 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 Kiss my peach. Explore her vulnerabilities. Expose her secret hidden stories. Rest your palm where she is warm. But before, know you must pave her path with psalms. But this peach is engorged with ancient mystery, Aphrodite in her sacred gateway, all-consuming, all-devouring, a feathered crest and a swollen hole of henna, auburn, russet, red, like autumn. So many peaches fall to deep-lined pools of peach, distorted, deceived, replete with shame. These pink plump halls, blamed for every other fall, but know now, these peaches are at war. The abhorred and stripped daughters of Buddha's seer, betrayed and raged, who violently slipped pomegranates of peach in a rite of sacrificial blood and a martyrdom of women who know that peach. She is so not a pussy. She is not cute or timid, or if she is, she'll come one day to know her power, and you will be devoured, delirious, if you dare to violate her. For peach is soft, a cocoon that blooms when she is cocooned, to safely consume the spume of men and a screw and spew it back then into the children that grew in her welcoming room. The peach is a lagoon for lovers to loosen their own inner moons in slithers of snake skin, and through the almond eye of my own ever-changing peach I have spied divinity and world combined, my own liminal tide still ripe to eat, despite the tides of time that took down at my peach, my ancient peach. Oh, she has heard it all. The playful disdain for banter and beaver to canter, hamster to cloven hoof to muff to minge to be munched to clunge, and you might cringe. Just know this cockpit is in control. This bold with truth, she will not tolerate abuse, for she is peach. On the lotus of heaven, whatever her age, her status, her purpose, her choices, her mating rituals, her wisdom, here's her maiden. She will always symbolically connect the sky to the ocean. Peach in all of her perfection, peach's flesh and peach's skin, with bone to stone, not to be owned. And when you know, and only when you know, this peach is freedom, then may you kiss my peach. Thank you. It can take you where no entity has ever been or where no entity should ever enter. Well, what did you expect? That it should pander to your whims? Why hasn't everybody got a spellbound place where no one else has ever been? And aren't we all in this fair ground together, living the best to our own truest nature? But though Anabelle resides wildly inside of us all, from love, loss, despair, hope, joy, regret, to the unapologetically playful, aren't we instead taught that art's a science, a form, a competition? So we suppress our innate creativity for fear of imposition. So what I'd love for you to take away, a marvellous thing for you to be, is wild in a knowledge that imaginations and an adventure, and so too your creativity. Thank you. Thank you so much to the team. We've got Virgil and Luna. We have got Owen and Erin. Oh, Julie, I love you. Thank you. I think I've got everyone here. We've also, Olwen has been so patiently just helping us out and giving us some artistic direction and just been an amazing source of support. Thank you so much. A huge thank you. Yeah. Come to Olwen, come to the stage. A massive thank you to, I cannot say thank you enough to, first of all, Fern Collister, she absolutely amazingly came around to my house and tried to teach me a Maeve how to do paper mache. Maeve could have done it. Fern left with a kind of, I can't wait to see what you've created, and I just ruined the oak worktops. So Ed, my husband, who is just a brilliant maker, he is responsible for these amazing masks. So I don't think he's going to come down, but thank you Ed and Maeve for trying to help as well. Thank you Glenn for doing the videography. Mike, thank you so much for the sound, well done. And and Pip and everybody else. The Erin Arts Centre's been brilliant. They've been so supportive. They've let us rehearse here and everything. It's been fantastic. Big thanks to the Arts Council for sponsoring my book and for everyone who bought a book or a print tonight. We didn't quite manage to get round to putting the pebbles out in the foyer, but I will take them to the beach and I will film them, and we'll do something amazing with them and put it on Penny Productions IOM. Thank you so much. You've been an amazing audience.